Welcome to Joburg Today. I'm your host, Leroy Viage. While some recycle and the rest of us reuse, very few people have the capacity to convert plastic into masterpieces.
A classic tale of turning lemons into lemonade, Mbongeni's journey into a world-renowned artist began 25 years ago when he was presented with the challenge of not being able to afford paints. Determined not to let circumstance deter his passion, the challenge was met with a creative alternative of smoldering plastics onto canvas.
This is the challenge that I thought I needed to put myself into, because at first, when I started, not so many people were giving me a chance, as an artist to, experiment and continue coming up with new ideas in this very material. But I just told myself that, look, this is one thing that I want to prove a point, to say this is a colorful material. What can one do to make it work? And then it just started like that. I get inspired by everyday life. All what I see on a daily basis, it inspires me so much. That's why I cannot, maybe if I were to put it this way, my very first studio was here in town, in the CBD. I like to be in the space where there are people, and I get a lot of inspiration from people, just to look at people's faces, and be able to capture that.
While his artistic journey has taken over 2 decades to solidify, he is using his life experience to help up-and-coming artists gain a better entry into the arts community.
We've just started a new company, myself, Sarah Maki and myself. We started a small gallery in Pretoria. Then we were approached by City Property in Pretoria, to come and, start our small gallery there. So that's where we're based right now. We've got young artists, that we represent in Pretoria, and we try to keep it that way, to make sure that we market and we help these young artists as much as we possibly can.
And though sometimes innovation is met with raised eyebrows in the creative industry, it seems Mbongeni's work has gained some positive receptions.
The reception has been wonderful, and simply because it's a new medium, not so many people have seen something similar to this. I know that there are artists in other parts of the world that experimented with plastics in a form of sculpture, but not like this. With me, honestly speaking, the whole idea was to say, when people kept on saying, no, you can't paint with this, this is exactly what pushed me towards proving a point, to say, look, one can really go very far with very little, and that's the whole idea.
Never has a statement such as, one man's trash is another man's treasure been more true. I guess today I was shown that creativity and art really does come from anywhere and everything, including the plastics that we see rolling around in the streets of Johannesburg. I'm Riley Hlakani-Posakwe for Joburg Today.
Like us on Facebook, that's joburgtoday.tv. Follow us on Twitter at Joburg Today. DW 1113 is a prominent restaurant in Johannesburg, and its chef and owner, Martinez Ferreira, makes every meal pleasing to the eye.
Well, it's all about the flavor combination and the textures involved, but also giving a different sense. On the starter that I'll be serving you guys this afternoon, it's got smoked bone marrow on, which has got a very unique flavor, and it's very fatty, but then there's a beautiful smoky flavor coming through. Rolled beef tartare, a garlic cream, earthy beetroot chips, and it's all beautifully presented and in such a way that it's not just tastes good, but it looks good as well. And then for mains, I've got a beautiful free-range duck breast, confit duck leg, served on a smoked potato puree and a beautiful orange duck jus. And then for dessert, it's a beautiful passion fruit panna cotta sphere. So effectively, it's very different where instead of having it in a bowl or in a ramekin, we've actually coated in a passion fruit puree, like a little jelly on the outside and inside is the panna cotta, served with a coconut ash, lime sorbet, and coral glass.
My name is Chef Coco, and you are watching Joburg Today.
Well, that's it for today's show. For more, check out our playlist. From me and the guys behind the scenes, till next time.